And lastly, he's been introduced before, but I think we should recognize him as a group. At RMI, the ideal is thought leadership. Our guiding principle is thought leadership. And sometimes we have the chance to align ourselves with people that set the standard for thought leadership. There's one man who has been essential to this event and who has really put his mark on it and helped us at RMI. He's a 3-time Pulitzer Prize winner. He's one of the greatest thought leaders in our nation, Tom Friedman.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, John. Thank you, Amory. It's a treat to be with you here this evening to close this event. Just to let you know what we'll be doing here, I'm just going to give a few brief remarks about what I learned at the RMI25, for those of you who weren't there. Then Amory's going to give his vision of the future, and then he and I are going to have a dialogue for a few minutes, and we promise to get you all out of here at a civilized hour. As I said, for those of you who weren't at the event, when we began, and you can really see it from this documentary, Amory was so far ahead of his time, he really lapped us, and we finally caught up to him. I'm known for the mantra that green has gone Main Street in America in the last few years, but it hasn't gone down Main Street. It has not gone down Main Street. But it is on Main Street today, due to no, I think, small credit to the Rocky Mountain Institute and Amory Lovins. Amory has been a real inspiration and thought leader for me, but for many, many people in this country. And to the extent that green is now on Main Street, the RMI really, I think, can take a lot of credit. I'm working on a book now on this whole green issue, pulling my ideas together, and one of my themes is that if you look at where we've come in just the last 5 years, in terms of green, it's a revolution. It is a revolution. If you look at where we need to go from where we are now in the next 10 years, we're still just having a party. We're still just having a party. We have don't need applause, this ain't Crossfire. We have a long, long way to go. And that's why it is so important that you all have turned out tonight to support RMI, because we're going to need RMI to get us where we need to go if we're going to have a real green revolution. Those of you who were at the seminar the last 2 days probably got sick of me asking the same question. And the question was, these ideas of Amory's and RMI's are so self-evidently right. They are so self-evidently correct. Why have they still not scaled? And I've been asking that question at almost every opportunity the last day and a half. The fact is, I learned a lot in our discussions, and I'll give you my own sense of what still needs to happen for the real green revolution to take place. The first thing we need is a real policy paradigm. The way you get great change is when you connect lots of capital with lots of technology. That's how you get great change at scale. But the thing about the green revolution, different from the IT revolution, is to connect a lot of capital and a lot of technology at scale. You need government policy. You need the right enabling government policy. And maybe I've missed it in all the debates going on, but I sure haven't heard a lot of discussion about the right green government policies from either side of the political spectrum. We are not going to have a green revolution until we price carbon and we price its geopolitical and its climate externalities. There is no such thing as a free climate. There is no such thing. But right now in this country, we do not have energy policy. We have energy politics. And as my friend Galoff likes to say, our energy politics today is simply the sum of all lobbies. It is the sum of all lobbies. You could actually simply look at the total of our energy policy today and work backwards and see which lobbies gave the most money, and that today would basically add up to American energy policy. It is not energy policy that begins with what is the right strategic and smart course for America. We have energy politics, which is the sum total of all these competing lobbies. We have got to break through that. Second big change that has got to happen is it's really a global change, a kind of paradigm shift. You cannot solve the energy problem thinking about it in national terms, in exclusively national terms. You have to think about it in species terms. That's the only way you're going to get the global degree of collaboration you need to tackle this problem. This is a species problem. But the species is us. This is not about the whales anymore, friends. Every time you look in the mirror in the morning, you are looking at an endangered species. And until we approach the problem as a species and not purely, exclusively country by country, I don't think we're going to get it down Main Street. Third thing we need is a shift in paradigm for utilities and for car companies. For 50 years, we've basically rewarded our car companies for making bigger, faster, more powerful cars with bigger, faster engines, and our utilities for making bigger, larger, more expensive power plants. We need a new paradigm, and fortunately, we've begun to see the start of that with the decoupling ideas in California, where utilities are paid not by how many kilowatts they generate, but how many kilowatts they save. My friend Jim Rogers at Duke Energy is working on a proposal called Save a Watt. And I think these real paradigm shifts that break the link, that reward the utilities, which are the only bodies that can really give you scale change, reward them for how much energy they save rather than how much energy they sell. That's when we'll start to get this down Main Street. The last thing we do need, though, in this country is a galvanizing vision around energy, hence my own personal motto that green is the new red, white, and blue. And the reason I say that is not out of any American chauvinism or excessive nationalism, but it is out of a certain parochial thing I learned as a foreign correspondent for 20-odd years. And that is that there's a lot of bad things that happen in the world without the United States. There aren't a lot of good things that happen at scale in the world without the United States. When we go green, the world will truly go green. Now, if I thought this was a burden to my country, I would feel differently about it. But I feel actually it's just the opposite. That you cannot make America stronger without making it greener. You can't make America more innovative without making it greener. You can't make America more healthy without making it greener. You can't make America more secure without making it greener. You can't make America more respected around the world without making it greener. That's why green is the new red, white, and blue. It is the vehicle, instrument, and I think vision for making a strong America in the 21st century. So you'll know it's a green revolution when the term green becomes a synonym for stronger, better, smarter, more healthy, more innovative. But friends, we are not there yet. And have no illusions. You cannot fool Mother Nature. You cannot slip a fastball past Mother Nature. As my friend Rob Watson from NRDC likes to say, Mother Nature, she always bats last, and she always bats 1,000. So have no illusions. If this revolution does not get down Main Street, Mother Nature will bat last. Do we have enough time? Well, as long as RMI is around, and as long as RMI is healthy, and as long as it is gaining adherence like it is tonight, I believe, yes, we do have enough time. So I will leave you with those words that I began this conference with about 36 hours ago. That line that Amory wrote from Dana Meadows' eulogy, what she used to say when asked, do we have enough time? Yes, we have enough time, just enough time, starting now. Thank you very much.